Hello everybody, Reggie Time here again with some more one tabling snap stuff with some music in the background, which helps keep me company when there's not much going on and hopefully just patches over the silent periods that are inevitable when we don't have much going on in the game. I also have a MTT on my second monitor that if any interesting hands pop up, and we'll slide that across too. I'm trying to tag all players without 100 big blind stacks at the moment, just tag them all as fish, just in case any of them chip up and we're not so sure. It's going to be a 40-minute video and try and get one or two recorded again tonight just to allow me to use them over the coming days and weeks to add content to my channel whilst I'm on a bit of a snap kick. I think it's good to try and record a few sessions because I do struggle for content and it is nice easy content to make. So also in these games we'll record as much as we can and just put it out over the coming weeks. Please don't forget to hit like if you like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and if you're not a member of my Facebook group but you're not a dick, because we don't want any dicks in there, if you want to join a Facebook group that's friendly, helpful, very welcoming to recreational players, losing players, players that want to ask the simple questions that they ask elsewhere and get trolled for. If you fit that bill, please come and join the group. If you are one of these irritating regs that wants to argue every point to like the minutiae of detail and also be a dick whilst doing it both to fellow regs and less skilled players, then you might want to stick to Reddit and 2+2 and stay the fuck away from the group because you'll get walloped with the ban hammer very quickly. I don't have much tolerance in my group for knobheads. If you show any kind of knobhead quality, then you're going to be out pretty quick. My group, my rules. And I couldn't give a fuck how controlling that sounds. Good chance we'll be defending the Queen 10 here against this lineup. Or we'll be getting walked with it. One of the two. Either works. And I flat this with two potential fish in the blinds. Dutch player in the small blind. Dutch players can be somewhat over aggressive, but we'll run the risk of getting squeezed. We're certainly going to see a turn on this board. In fact, we might not see a turn because we might just be about to get check raised, but we'll take a stab with our 2 overs and a gut shot. It doesn't see about these boards. Players that don't see about these boards out of position, they're check folding an absolute ton of the time, or they're check calling with like weak made hands. Occasionally we get check raised by some inventive aggressive players, but not enough where it should ever dissuade us from wanting to stab there versus the miss c-bet. Not all these guys will be fish, but given that they're not reloading and they're not playing 100 blinds, it is a fair assumption that they're not going to be like super skilled regulars. So we can stick the fish tag on for now, and then if we do get actual read on their style or any notes, we switch to a coloured tag, and then so occasionally we'll have the paperclip icon to say we've got a note to, and some of the better regulars get the shark tag, or not necessarily the better ones, but the ones that are capable of giving me, have proved to be capable of giving me a hard time on a number of occasions. Players that I just like respect and don't really want to fuck around with, they get the shark tag. Make our 3-bet slightly bigger because our opponent appears to be a fish. And we're going to make a slightly bigger c-bet too for the same reason. No, the board's too dry, we don't need to make a big c-bet. And then we can't really get it in 2 streets anyway. If we potted it, we couldn't jam the turn really, so we're just going to do it in 3 instead. If we bet 6 here, it's going to put 23 in the pot and put him down to 13, so leaves an easy river jam. And we felt the ace jack, which is nice. Answered on a postcard again for what the fuck he was doing there, what he was hoping to achieve on all streets. Pre-flop I guess is fine, but I guess even the flop's fine. But turn river, stick it in the comments below. What was he doing? What do you think his thought process was? Special marks for amusing comments. Come on, werewolf. We had this problem with you last night, didn't we? You must be on dial-up internet or something. Does dial-up still exist? Is dial-up internet still a thing? I guess some of you guys under the age of 25 might not even know what dial-up internet is. I said dial-up internet's like the equivalent to black and white telly when I was 25. You kind of knew it existed, but you couldn't believe it was a thing. Make a small stab here with our 2 overcards, and we're going to give up now. would have continued on any card higher than a 10. Deem seems to play quite often. I'm going to search his name in my Holden manager because he's got the fish tag, but he seems to be some kind of regular Deemer. Have we found you? Has he got an underscore? Does Deemer have the underscore? Oh, wait a minute. It was in pocket 9s. That. Oh, we'll wait for him to turn up again. It won't be long. I'll check colour gut shot versus a small bet here, but not versus a larger bet. In fact, we can find in the lobby, can't we? What his screen name is. It's actually just a bad regular. So he's going to have his tag changed. He's a 22/10 with a 2.5% 3-bet, so he's going to get the orange tag next time he turns up. And we're going to fold the second pair to the check raise. And a 3-bet the 10-9 suited just to avoid getting squeezed from behind. If we get 4-bet, we have an easy fold, but we want to try and isolate somebody who we don't know, who's not playing a full stack. Pretty miserable flop for us. We're going to check back. Maybe if we hit a jack or an 8 on the turn, we maybe bet versus a further check. If he checks here, we're certainly going to bet twice. Now we picked up the gut shot. Not the greatest of ribbers, but we're gonna punt it if he checks. He bets, makes life rather easy for us. Save me a bet. Got any hands on this guy? Enough hands to take a look. John, fuck off. 24-16 is a regular, some description. He doesn't give me a hard time yet, so I'll give him that tag. Here's Dima, upgraded to orange. It's not particularly flattering upgrade, but it's an upgrade from fish. I'm just going to bet one seed just to collect any dead money that might be out there then. Obviously give up if we get called or raised. I mean, it's a really poor c-bet in terms of, like, we have no equity when called, etc. But it's just such a good board for our range. Well, we have a range advantage on that board, should I say. So we just need to c-bet it and whatever. I mean, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, we're going to get plenty enough folds, I would guess, to make it okay. I don't really like making too many c-bets without a plan for turns and rivers. But on those boards, I just feel obliged to c-bet most of the time. Pretty tempting to squeeze here. Middle position. No. If it was a cut-off open, I think we might just have flipped into squeeze mode, but give it in middle position and just gonna have so much of a stronger range. I've studied so many players that they're almost split in half, almost like early position, and that guy might not have been one of these guys, but the reg population in general seems to be pretty tight, early, middle. Not quite as loose as they should be in the cut-off, and then that just kind of gone nuts on the small blind and the button. I see lots of guys with like just 20%, 22% cut-off, like race first in, which is way too low, of course. You want to be getting out at 30, 35-ish, I guess. I don't really want to be squeezing versus people's middle position ranges of what's going to be something like 14 to 16% on average, I would say. I'd say there's jack shit happening in the tournament. I've just done an awful lot of folding so far. I'm gonna open the king jack with lots of fish tags knocking around the place. queen low board again. It's going to be one of those we're going to stab once without much more of a plan. I'm going to continue on a club, probably on the turn, on a king for sure, on a 10 and on an ace. Give up on the rest. Probably going to triple barrel now. Ace 10 wouldn't normally be a defend for me versus under the gun, but against someone with the donkey tag feels mandatory. Tommy can be quite wild. He's going to be capable of putting us in some pretty tough spots here on certain runouts. Not that one though. You're getting called down now, Tommy lad, irrespective of sizings and runouts. I'll give him one last chance to bluff, I think. Now, Tommy. Tommy. Pocket fours he wasn't calling anyway. Continue with our foldathon in the tournament. Down to around 30 big blinds, which is still plenty, but below our starting stack. Not much come up with the 9-7 there. Siko's going to win this spot. Didn't find a bet on any street with the ace-10. Doesn't seem great. That is a 3-bet. Pretty deep, so we'll defend the king 10 suited. It's kind of tempting to want to see a turn here. This is going to be loose, but I think we're going to call see a turn. So we can't hit a red one or something that gives us a straight draw. And at least now we have some showdown value. I'm going to hope he's got king, pocket queens or something here that just stabbed. Be surprised to see him with a, maybe he's got like an ace jack off that just got scared maybe. I think we're going to check and lose, but we don't need to bluff anymore. Ace queen. Really not sure why ace queen doesn't barrel a turn there. I guess the king saved us some money. We're not going to triple barrel here, I don't think. It's certainly double barrel with our flush draw though. This makes it kind of tempting to triple now, just in case he is in there with like a medium pocket pair that's called twice. Still doing literally nothing in the tournament. We are now down to, oh no, still in around 30 bigs. We are due a blind increase soon though. Might be one of those tournaments where you do nothing, you go all in and lose, and that might just be that. Stab with our 2 overs. And now we're not going to continue in the 7, we would have continued on a jack, king, queen or ace. We are now down to 24 blinds in the tournament after the blind increase. We are down to just 2k chips in the tournament after I just missed a flush draw in a small pot. Don't think this is going to be my night on the tournament scene. Let's see if there's any more to enter for when this one goes belly up. Feeling a long night coming. Not much really. 2 aces here though. Hopefully we can bank on Tommy opening the button. We might be having a disconnect issue here. Nope, we're not. Thought for a moment then, because both tables appeared to be frozen. There's definitely some kind of disconnect issue thing going on. Hopefully it won't be too problematic. Yeah, 49th of 54 in the tournament. It's been possibly the most docile tournament I've ever played in terms of just being completely card dead and just slowly chipping down. Never give up though. Only takes a couple of hands and we'll be up there with the top 10 stack, no doubt. And this could be the one. We have a pair of aces, which in no limit hold'em is a good holding. That is a good start. Move it up out the way to avoid any unpleasant misclicks on the cash table. Looks like someone's just given fold and thrown chips at us. Might be the end of the tournament hand. And it was. We'll take that. Thank you, Pocahontas. You're going to have a note put on you that you 4-bet jam small pairs for 60 bigs. And we're coming towards the end of the video. Sit out next big blind. We're going to start the next video straight from here. We're going to come back with the same stack and everything. We just don't want to be trying to play pots while we're sorting the edit out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please come back for more. Have a good weekend, good day, good whatever, and bye for now.